Hi everyone, Tox here from Crits Happen. Thanks for watching and welcome back. Today I'm going to do a Critical Kicks video of two different games, actually from the same company, that I personally backed myself and very excited to show you. So the company is Cool Mini or Not. And no, one of them is not Blood Rage. I really wish it was. Cool Mini or Not, as many people know, has really grown over the last several years. And more than just minis. They're really much more than just minis now. But minis is still their kind of crux. The first one that I want to talk about is heavy. It is Rum and Bones. And there's a lot to this game. Now, I backed Rum and Bones. I think it was the captain level. I can't remember the name of the level. But I got everything that was non-exclusive to Kickstarter. And there is a lot to this game. A lot to this game. In fact, sitting right here are all of the non-exclusive packs of all the extra minis that you get. And they're really cool. My favorite is actually this one right here that has Captain Hook and Peter Pan and things like that. This is a really cool game. The idea of Rum and Bones is that Davy Jones has either died or disappeared, you're not sure, and pirate captains have coins that allow them to come back from the dead. So the object is that all of these pirate captains are trying to get all of those coins. And you do that by battling against each other on these gigantic pirate ships. You have to destroy your opponent's objectives. You can possibly take out their wheel or take out their armory or take out their cannon. And it's almost video game style. There's a lot of things that if you play video games like League of Legends or Smite and things like that, that you'll see very similar to this. Even Heroes of the Storm. There's kind of cannon fodder. There's deckhands and bosuns that are just going across the map constantly in one straight line trying to attack each other. And then you each have at maximum 3 heroes on the board. And your heroes are captains, gunners. They're all these different characters, and you have to have one of each role. As you can see, all of these are different characters. Every one of these things are different characters that you can use in the game. And then the game itself comes with 10 characters as well. On top of that, there were even Kickstarter exclusives if you were able to get those. There's so much to this game, it's amazing. But the key is, the game is superbly fun. There's a couple of small issues that I've had with the game in terms of catch-up mechanics not really being there, but overall it is a very fun game. The first time you play, it might take you about maybe 2 hours or so to get through, but after that, and you get more familiar with your characters and their abilities, reactions, and when to do things, all of that moves much faster. As with most games, familiarity breeds speed. So I cannot say enough really good things about Rum and Bones. I love the design of it, I love the artwork of it, I love the theory, the story, the background and the lore of it. I just think everything is great. And I have played with adults and I have played with kids and everyone has enjoyed it. So definitely very happy with backing that one. Now let's talk about another one from Cool Mini or Not, which is a little different and also just as heavy. This is quite possibly the most beautiful box I've ever got. If any of you know me, you know I'm a huge steampunk fan. This is called The World of Smog on Her Majesty's Service. Now, this is a game that is very unique. It is, and we'll show you some pictures here, it's got some of the best looking bust miniatures that I've ever seen. Very unique steampunk world. It is a very different style game. But at its heart, it is a market manipulation game. Because what you're trying to do is each person has a different way to win the game. Some may involve getting different types of mana, some may involve getting to different places on the board, and it's different every game, which is something I really like. The whole board moves. There's lots of movement. One of the actions you can use is to move one of the locations you're on, and they do a really good job of making the decisions really hard. This is a game that I felt didn't get a lot of attention because there were some other things going on at the same time. But I really feel like this is actually one of the more fun market manipulation games I've played in a while. Back way back when we started doing videos with Crits Happen, we did a game called Sky Traders, which was from Fantasy Flight Games, and that was essentially a market manipulation game. I really liked it. Some people may or may not have enjoyed it, but I kind of like the whole idea of I have a secret goal that is affected by 4 different objects in this market, and it's my goal to manipulate them to be in my best interest, while at the same time my opponents are doing the exact same thing. Well, the really crazy thing about On Her Majesty's Service is that there's these gentlemen, there's these extra busts, and they're different every game, and they're going to interact differently at different times, making the gameplay very, very different every time you play the game. There are some that are benefit you, there are some that are going to deter you from your goals, and that's the most fun, is determining when you're going to use those, if you're going to be able to use them to either help yourself or impact your opposing players. It is actually very simple game to learn. We've played 4 players in under an hour, and we've enjoyed it very, very much. So while Rum and Bones may have gotten all the flash and the posh and the pirates and yar and I love the sea and all those things, On Her Majesty's Service is one I would definitely recommend checking out because it too has provided a lot of fun for us. So those are 2 games that we have thoroughly enjoyed on backing those projects on Kickstarter and getting those projects. So we like to throw 3 games into the mix, so let's talk a little bit about a third one that's about to be on Kickstarter. So this one technically is already on Kickstarter by the time this video is going up. This is called Tabletopia, and it's not an actual game, but it's a software program that allows you to play board games. And it's amazing. I've seen a lot of different things. I've seen Vassal Engine, I have seen Octagon, I have seen Tabletop Simulator that's on Steam. This by far has blown me away. It is the slickest implementation of board games digitally I've seen in terms of a software program like this. Easily the most intuitive. The very first game I played, I sat down, I was like, well, I wish I could do this with this object. Boom, did it. It was great. Right now, my 2 favorites that I'm playing are Viticulture and Champions of Midgard, and both of them are really, really fun. Now, the key thing to know about Tabletopia is there's no AI, in that you're not going to be playing against a computer. And there's nothing to necessarily check what you are doing as your moves. It is more of a simulation software that is really beautiful and really intuitive that allows you to play with your friends online. Now it is real time, but I have played games where I've left them alone for several hours, where people have taken breaks and gone and done stuff and then come back to them, so no issues with that whatsoever. But it is designed to where you do know the rules of the game and you are jumping into play. There's some really great games on there too. Village is on there, Imperial Settlers is on there, Tigris and Euphrates is on there. There's a lot of really, really good games, and there's a lot of different options. There's everything from basic options to full-blown designer options where you can actually upload your own games into it. I really feel from everything I've seen from Tabletopia, and mind you, being as transparent as I can be here, my company Arcane Wonders that I work for is partnered with Tabletopia, and we're going to be putting Mage Wars Arena and Mage Wars Academy on there, as well as looking at other games. But it has really blown me away to be something that's both for fans of the games who love them and want to play them more, and developers and designers of the games. And the options are just endless. You can create privatized instances and be able to, play test games. So you could be in Poland and I could be in Texas, and we could play against each other with no issues. No print and plays, no finding little cubes or little bits or anything like that. It's really, really amazing. So I can't say enough good things about it. If you have a chance, go to Kickstarter, search for Tabletopia, check it out, see if it's something you might be interested. I know I have loved my time with it, and I'm sure that if you check it out, you might find it very interesting too. So that's this episode of Critical Kicks. Major thumbs up. We loved Rum and Bones. Really, really enjoyed On Her Majesty's Service, the World of Smog, and looking for more from that World of Smog. And really looking forward to Tabletopia successfully finishing its Kickstarter. In fact, as I'm filming this right now, it should be on and more than likely will be over its goal. So those are the 3 things for Critical Kicks this time. Let us know your thoughts. Leave a comment below on the YouTube channel. Of course, you can chime in on Facebook, Twitter, and at our homepage at critshappen.com. But until I see you next time, thanks so much for watching. Keep rolling those dice, and we hope they're all crits.